Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Exos Double Large Pendant. This is the 1396-10. This is going to be the largest of the series. Before we get to the really giant ones, there's two more below this. Check them out. There's actually a 23-inch diameter. A lot of people kind of get into a quandary whether or not they should use the 23 versus the 28. And a good rule of thumb of how to figure that out is to kind of mock it up, basically. So you get some cardboard, you would cut out some rectangles, and they would represent the silhouette of the fixture looking at it this way. So you would do one about 9 3/4 inches high by 23 inches long. That's going to be the 1396-05. This one, the 1396-10, that's going to be 12 inches high and 28 inches long. Just cut them out. Maybe just get somebody to hold them up over the table while you walk away and then turn around and kind of look at it and see how it looks. So it's a good way to do it. It's free, basically, and it's always a good idea to come out and mock things up if you can. So let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, independent of what it's hanging from. Like I mentioned, it's 12 inches high, 28 inches in diameter. So that's a metal-to-metal measurement. The inner shades are all a little bit smaller than that. So we'll get into the overall height now, 26.4 to 71.4, and that's from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself. This is shipping with 77.4 inches of wire. So as standard product, that long, the 71.4, is as long as you can go. If you need it to be longer for you, let's say you need 80 inches long from the ceiling to the bottom fixture, 94, 140, doesn't matter. You can send a quick email, say you're looking at the 1396-10, and tell us what you need. We take your email, send it to Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where it comes back with a quote. We do customs every day. It just adds a little time and money, but it gets you what you need. Why don't we talk about these rods? So I want to show you a little bit more information about this, and how we do that is we look at the installations instructions right now. So if you're on the page for this, on Handmade in Vermont, on that side, you'll see a link. It'll say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, all the parts that are going to come with this. It's going to show you some good installations instructions of how to put it together. The shades and the glass on the bottom do not go on until it's already installed on your ceiling. You're going to basically put a blanket down or something like that. You're going to put the part with the sockets at one end. You're going to figure out which rods you need. You notice there's a chart on that page. It's also on the install sheets, and that chart is going to show you which combination of which rods you use to get to the overall listed heights there. Height from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, and you kind of figure out what you need. You're going to be getting 3 of the 12s to begin with. You're going to get 1 6 and 1 3 and a bunch of little connectors that go between them, and you're going to basically kind of go from there. So, and you're also going to get a canopy. You'll notice that too. So you're going to put the piece down there. You're going to put your little parts down on your blanket or your sheets or whatever, and you're going to take the wires and you're going to slowly put them through the parts one by one. So you're going to go through a connector, or actually I think in this case it's through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, eventually exiting the canopy, and then you're just going to screw them together. It takes just one quick second. Line them up, screw them together. Look how clean that looks. Hubbardton Forge mills their stuff really beautifully, so it's almost like jewelry. You can barely even see that there's a line there. And then once you put it all together, you're good to go in putting it up on the ceiling. This only weighs 15 pounds, so it's not very heavy at all. It's going to have a 6.1 inch diameter canopy, a little more domed than this one I have in my hand, and a bracket that goes on the bottom that has a universal mounting bracket that goes over your 4-inch J-box. This is what you guys have at home, so it's easy to go there. This is also slope ceiling adaptable already. There's a knuckle right here that's built into this, so you see how it bends like that? So it goes up to 45 degrees automatically. You don't have to do anything about it. It takes care of that part of it. So why don't we talk about that frosted glass diffuser. That's going to go into the bottom of the inner shade, and it's a dome side up. Remember that? There's a little tiny bit of a gap where it meets the shade, and that allows for air to get in there and cool things on the inside. Let's talk about the inside. You're going to be using 3 of these medium-based sockets, and they're going to be pinwheeled out from the center of this. This can provide a tremendous amount of light. So you can get light going up, hitting your ceiling and bouncing around the room, ambient light. And because you can put up to 100-watt incandescent, 3 of them in this fixture, you can get a ton of light coming down. So this provides nice task lighting if you guys are doing stuff on the table. So 100-watt for incandescent, that's old school, remember? However, a lot of us want to use LEDs like these, and A19 is the bulb recommended for this, and A19 is the size of the bulb. That's just a regular size we grew up with. This is an old school LED, the first ones that came out. These are the ones I kind of like to use in my showroom. These are the phosphorus ones that are clear. You can get them anywhere. I can get these at my grocery store in Vermont, or a pharmacy, or any of those kind of places. But it's easier to pick them up at places like Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, True Value, any of those places too. And you're going to notice they're going to offer these to you in all kinds of different ways. They're going to offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light, like a setting sun. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and it's going to say it right on the box. So if it says daylight, that's actually not a warm light. That's that bluish white hospital waiting room light or an overcast day. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white or soft white, and that's the light that's coming down on my hands from these LEDs above. That's what we like to use here. It mimics an incandescent bulb that we all grew up with, and I kind of like that. And that's warm white, soft white, 3000 Kelvin. So there you go. My take would be to probably pick up maybe a 4-pack of these, and you can get these at Walmart too. I found these up to 150 watt equivalent on Amazon, believe it or not. But Walmart had them at 100 watt equivalent, Home Depot easily, Lowe's I'm sure. And that would probably be the way to go. They usually come in a 4-pack. They're very inexpensive. They don't draw much electricity. They don't produce heat. They're just a good working bulb for you. And they're also dimmable. Make sure it says dimmable on that box. It is a dimmable fixture. And then you can go for the 100 watt equivalent and dim it down to your needs. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.